And Joy on the line. It is great to welcome to Flow India Dupreiz. G'day, India. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Absolutely wonderful. I'm loving the video clip for your new song called Pray.
Thank you. Yeah, we had such a fun time filming it and editing it and getting it ready to go. So, yeah, we're very, very excited to have it released.
And I'm also loving your song. And it's funny, when I've typed in your name into my little field here, and it brings you up with everything. And then on the side, it has all these others, like, I guess, algorithmically associated with you. And at the very top of the list is Lana Del Rey. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I've got absolutely no clue what Lana Del Rey would be doing. But, I mean, I love Lana Del Rey, so whatever...
Yeah.
You know, she's in association with, if it comes up with my name, then I'm here for it. I love Lana.
Well, so it just surprised me. Yeah, so I thought I would pass that on, that it just in the algorithm, however it works, and it just, I typed in you, and there's Lana on the little field on the side. So there you go.
I love that. That's amazing.
So tell us about your journey, because you're still, what, 18, 19 at the moment?
Yeah, 18.
Wow, the talent, you have, girl.
I started singing when I was 12, and I auditioned for a local theatre production. And ever since, I've just been doing weekly singing lessons. And then when I was about 14, I was scouted online, and I was flown overseas with my mum to go record in LA and to just do some music stuff over there. And I've been managed over there ever since.
Yep.
And so now, you know, when COVID isn't the main issue, I'm able to fly over through the year and get some work done. Have
you been doing things in the meantime, like on Zoom or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. With all these latest releases this year, they've all been over Zoom.
Yep.
And it's definitely made things a lot harder, because I was meant to move over to the States when I was 18, but, you know, you have to work around these things, and at the time they might seem like, you know, this big crazy thing, and you don't know why it's happening. But when you look back on it, there'll be a reason for it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to just take it as it comes and still get as much work done as I can.
Well, you've got a great singing voice, and one of the things I liked with your song, the track is called Pray, which we'll get to hear shortly, is that young singers like yourself can be guilty from, I guess, from a listener's side of things. We notice this thing called over-singing, and it becomes a bit of an annoyance, but I just notice how much control you've already got over your voice, that moments where I thought, oh, she's going to go off here. Oh, no, she's got it measured, and it holds you in the whole track. So is that something you've done instinctively, or you've got some good people telling you, no, India, no, we sing it this way. We want you to we want you to have a great career like Adele and Lana and others. So how's it going with the people that are advising you on your singing? Because I'm just so grateful and thankful that you haven't oversung any part of it.
Thank you so much. Honestly, that's such a nice compliment to hear, because I think that a lot of the people that I listen to when I sing, sometimes they do tend to, you know, go over the top with the vocals because they can. And something that I have been told by my singing teacher is to kind of focus on the actual meaning of the song and the soul behind it, as opposed to trying to show off vocals or just, you know, making it too much. So I think that something that my team and I have always been really wary of is to make sure that it comes from, like, a personal place, as it is. Like, we don't need to try and, you know, fit it into any specific category or make it any certain way. We can just kind of feel it out for ourselves. So, yeah, I definitely in my time have heard, and when I've been in singing competitions and stuff, they've been like, you can sing amazingly, but, you know, there needs to be more meaning there. And so I've definitely taken that on moving forward.
Well, I even noticed it with the backing vocals and the harmonies and all that as well. That really cemented it for me, that you've got some good people around you, and you really are a great talent, and you're singing so well. So what comes next is just only whetting the appetite of anyone, I can tell you that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
So in the song, it's called Pray, and you sing a line about count on you. So who are you counting on?
I think that the cool thing about this song when we wrote it is that we kind of imagined that the listener could be singing this song to, you know, anyone. They could be singing it to a partner or their mother or their friend. You know, like it doesn't need to be it can be interpreted in so many different ways.
Yep.
And so when I'm singing about counting on you, it's whoever you feel like you're spiritually being lifted with and who you're connected with. I think that it's powerful because it can be interpreted, if you believe in some sort of higher power, or if you're thankful for your mum, or a friend that's been there for you. I think that the song itself just kind of symbolizes growth and healing, as opposed to being about anything too specific, I guess.
Well, here at Flow India, we play Christian music, and I can tell you that song, your song, sits alongside and in some ways is even better than some of the ones that I've been accustomed to hearing. And the way you can easily interpret it as being a song about faith, quite simply, and just with the imagery in the video clip. But as you said then, it is about what you as an individual want, and that's the thing that I think separates it. So you've done that beautifully in the way you've constructed and put it together. And when you talk about things like, the walls closing in, it's issues that all of us go through, and it's irrespective of age as well. So you've done it beautifully. So good on you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I wanted to kind of make a message that was available to everybody, and it didn't feel like too pushed in any sort of direction. Like, I feel like a lot of people could find something about it. You're right that they could connect to, without having to be a part of, some sort of faith or anything like that. Like, it's very easily available for everyone, and it's just a safe space for everyone. So I really do appreciate that.
And it's also very much, I found, an empowering kind of song too. So was that part of the whole journey with this one, to make it about empowerment too?
Yeah, so when I wrote the song, I was just kind of listing a lot of the things that I was going through in that point of time. And then as I was getting it all out and actually into something physical and making it into something as opposed to just being thoughts, I realized that what I was writing was something that was making me feel good things as opposed to bad. And I realized that it could have deeper meanings, but could still be a song that makes people feel good when they listen to it. So that was definitely an intentional thing that me and my producer that we worked on in making this track.
The songwriting that you're doing yourself, do you go into it with an idea or a concept, or you just sort of let things sort of happen? You've got a melody in your head and you want to explore that. What is your process?
I think that while I've met so many different producers in the last couple of years, it's been really cool to see how different people work and how different songs come together. I think that what I've found works for me mostly is because I'm always looking for inspiration. So I can be walking down the street and meet someone with an unusual name, or see a street sign, and I'll just write down things that point out to me and different lyrics that come to me. And usually if I'm going into a studio session or something, I have this giant notes app list on my phone just full of random phrases and lyrics and parts of songs that I've already written, and usually I'm pretty keen on exploring one of them further. So I usually go in with an idea, or sometimes I just go in and see what the vibes are on that day with me and the producer, and we just create something from there. Because it's very, very hands-on on both ends, because you want them to be a part of it just as much as you.
That indeed you do. So when you're getting into that studio, you've got that environment, you've got the producer, and is it like a free-flowing form of ideas, or are they sort of going, no, you can't do that? I'm just sort of curious to know how free that session is and how much of an influence you have and they have.
Yeah, honestly, it is the safest, most open space that you could be in. I always say that whenever I travel to Melbourne to work with Rob, who's one of my favourite producers. It's just the most safe environment, and basically, at the end of the day, it is your songs that you're both working on. So they're definitely very, very open to just letting you create and letting you be as hands-on as possible, and showing you, how the song's being made, how to layer, and teaching you little things along the way. And I love that sort of thing as well. So I'm already always asking questions and stuff. But all the experiences that I've ever had, I've always been a part of the team and been very involved. And I'm so thankful for that, because I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's the way to go. It is certainly the way to go. Well, India, what's coming up? You've got a song we're about to hear shortly, but is there other music coming up from you in the next few months?
Yeah, so we've got one more song coming out through this month. I haven't really announced the date yet, but we've got another song coming, and the song that I just released just came out over a month ago. And yeah, it's just this next song. It's called Venomous, and I'm really, really excited for that one to drop as well. It's kind of a little bit darker.
Oh, okay. All right, you've got me intrigued there. What about, is this heading towards, an EP or an album? What's that sort of plan like?
Yeah, so I'm going to be starting to work on an album type thing hopefully next year, but I'm hoping to focus on releasing a full EP next year with a whole bunch of new tracks that I'm writing, because a lot of the songs that I've released I've had in the back burner for a while and just kind of been sitting there waiting for the right time, but all the songs that I'll be releasing from now, they're all fresh new songs. It's more my sound today, and I'm just really, really excited about it.
As you should be indeed. What about getting out and doing some shows? Is touring, is that something that's on the cards at the moment? I know it's hard in that as we're still sort of opening up, but is that something that you're planning?
Yeah, so my singing school has been looking at doing a few shows for me and a few other artists. And I'm obviously gigging around still, and I'm busking, which is really cool. And I just recently played a busking festival over here in the Gold Coast. So, we're still doing what we can despite, a lot of the lockdowns and border stuff and all of that sort of thing. But we're making it work where we can, and we're still writing music and still making it.
Do you like busking? Do you enjoy it?
I love busking. I mean, usually after the end of the 8 hours, I'm a bit over it, but it's definitely a job that I can't complain about, because I get to meet so many people and I get to do, what I love. So,
which is singing,
it's not too bad.
What is your favourite song to sing busking apart from your own?
I do this really cool Chris Cornell cover of Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, and it's so much fun to sing.
His songs are always fun to sing, Michael Jackson's. That is true. Well, okay, we can get to see you busking and that, and hopefully we can get to see you doing other things, and we can check you out right now. You've got your website we can go to, which is indiadupreiz.com, and we can see that video, the amazing video, and I urge everyone to check that out as well. And it is very well produced, and it's just an amazing clip to see, so it's a great track. Well, India, it has been fantastic chatting to you. I'm glad we've been able to do this. Thank you so much for joining us today on Flow. I look forward to chatting to you about your EP and other tracks as well in the future, because I think you're going to be a talent going somewhere, girl. You really are. But thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Well, I'm going to enjoy my day, but I'm going to enjoy it even more when I get to hear your song that you introduced for all our Flow listeners. So if you could please do that for us now, and you have a wonderful time.
Hey guys, this is India, and you're listening to Flow FM. This is my song, Pray.
I love my friends, but they let me down. Love my dad, but he ain't around. And I don't think that it's enough for me. And that boy's smiling at someone else. At least I learned how to love myself. I'm knowing it done here, then that's okay. And I've been praying, I'm gonna keep on changing. Yeah, I'll keep praying. Yeah, I'll keep praying. So every time I feel like everything around me's closing in, I know that I can count on you. I know that I can count on you. Whenever I'm alone, I'm tired and I don't know where to go, I know that I can count on you. Count on you, count on you, count on you, count on you. Maybe I'll never be quite like them. Maybe I'll never quite fit in. Maybe it's time I do my whole thing. So now I'm close to the edge, knowing I might break. How much pressure can I take before I jump? Yeah, I kneel down to pray. And I've been praying, I'll go and keep on changing. Hey, and I'll keep praying. Yeah, I'll keep praying. So every time I feel like everything around me's closing in, I know that I can same. It's hard for me to understand. Feels like this was all your plan. So hard, count on you, count on you. Hey, every time I feel like everything around me's closing in, I know that I can